sussing out your luck, going hard in the paint, and that's how you assert dominance.
Hey, what's up guys, it's SirTagCR, and today we're hitting you up with this awesome off-meta graveyard deck. It's been a fat minute since I've showcased a graveyard deck, and I finally found one that works. I snagged this off of Tally, one of the top players from Asia CCGS. Just looking at the deck, there's so many anti-air defenses, so you're really not going to struggle against Lava Loon like the traditional Splash Art does. You're going to have Ice Wizard, you're going to have Baby Dragon, Inferno Dragon, the Spear Goblin Hut even, which is a completely off-meta card, but it actually works really well. It builds up a whole bunch of Spear Goblins against tank decks, and after accumulating those Spear Goblins, you can have a pretty massive counter push. So probably the biggest question that you guys have for me right now is, why does this deck have a Spear Goblin Hut? The main reason that this deck has a Spear Goblin Hut is because this deck already has 3 spells. So Goblin Hut can be played passively on the field and it'll start to accumulate Spear Goblins. Whereas if you had an Inferno Tower or a Tesla in this slot, the Tesla or the Inferno Tower would really accrue 0 value over time if you dropped it preemptively. So if you end up having the card rotation of Tornado, Poison, Graveyard, and Spear Goblin Hut, you can actually passively drop your Spear Goblin Hut and get some value out of it. So due to the amount of spells in graveyard decks that end up impairing the cycle, I've always really preferred spawners as my defensive structure. Graveyard has really been struggling in the meta, and it used to be one of my favorite archetypes, so I'm really glad that we're able to start playing it again. Let's go jump into some GC games and let's assert some dominance. Alright guys, we got a game in Builders Workshop, saucing out the fight already. The Lab Rats, the Carell Man. Okay, so he's a very frisky one, going with a Hog Rider and Electro Wizard at the bridge. The Electro Wizard and the Ice Wizard are dueling it out at the bridge. Honestly, mine will not be victorious, so we had to sauce out the Baby Dragon to aid him. So, I mean, we did activate the King Tower, so all in all, it was a pretty decent start. I would have loved to have Bowler or the Spear Goblin Hut in that instance, but can't complain too much. This guy is so crazy. He's just saucing out everything at the bridge, and that Bowler is going to be bouncing everything back. I don't understand what goes through people's brains when they drop a mini P.E.K.K.A at the bridge. It is a completely and utterly defensive card. Not something that I like to see. So we're going to be going in with the Graveyard. I said you normally don't go in with Graveyard early on before double Elixir, but in this circumstance, he was at such a low amount of Elixir, we devastated his massive push that he did early on, and we're going to capitalize on that. So I'm in a situation that I could drop an Ice Wizard or I could poison that. We're going to go drop the Goblin Hut. We ended up missing up the Goblin Hut placement, but it's going to be fine in the end because it does end up drawing the Mega Minion. Mega Minion will actually get on top of the Spear Goblin Hut, so we're going to have to drop the Ice Wizard. Oh, the Mega Minion, it penetrated the tower and feels Batman moment. Could have played that a lot cleaner, but in the end, we only took 300 damage and it's not that bad. Ice Wizard will get some nice chip damage here as well. I feel like the Poison might have been the bad play in that situation. I could have just cycled an Ice Wizard and I feel like that would have been way better. An earlier Ice Wizard would have been way better is what I mean. I'm going to cycle a Baby Dragon. I don't want to cycle a Bowler. If I cycle a Bowler, it's going to be much more susceptible to a Rocket. And since he has Hog Rider, I wouldn't put it past him to actually sauce out a Rocket. I cycled the Baby Dragon in the back. I'm going to go in with the Graveyard because I feel like I'm up so much Elixir. He's just going to let that tower go. So I think he just gave up. And we're going to be saucing out the good game, the well played, and the good luck as our Inferno Dragon and the Double Dragon Domination vanquishes his tower. And we're going to be moving on to the next game, guys. Alright guys, we got another game. Let's bounce right into it. So we have a pretty awesome starting hand. I really like having Spear Goblin Hut in my start. We're going to actually activate the King Tower immediately. And that's going to be a really nice start for us. Activating the King Tower, knowing that he's definitely going to have Log Bait after seeing the Goblin Barrel. He's going to be saucing out an Ice Spirit at the bridge. He's going to be saucing out a... Yeah, he's also dropping a Princess, so... We're just going to wait until double Elixir or for him to cycle his Goblin Gang. If he cycles his Goblin Gang, we actually don't have to poison because he has nothing else worth poisoning in the deck. So he just cycled the Goblin Gang. That means after I kill his push right here, then I can go in with the Graveyard. I won't care too much then. Because in his deck, the only thing that's actually great at defending against Graveyard is going to be the Goblin Gang. And that demands a poison. But if he only has Night and Cycle, I'm obviously not needing to have my poison. So if I pay attention to his card order, I can go in with the Graveyard and I cannot get punished. So we're going to see what he does. He might get back to Goblin Gang right now, and he's going to give me a very valuable poison. I still went in for the Graveyard right there because I noticed that the Princess was actually like really close to the tower. So if he ended up dropping the Goblin Gang, it was going to be really worth it for me. We're going to go drop a NATO. I ended up missing up, and I did not end up hitting all the goblins right there. So that was unfortunate, but not too bad, not too shabby. So what is he going to do? Is he going to go drop a princess at the bridge? What is this man up to in his life? I feel like just cycling a Goblin Hut passively is definitely the maneuver. After seeing the Ice Spirit, it will end up taking that Ice Spirit, and then it will still get a hit on the tower if the princess doesn't snipe it in time. I still think it gets a hit. Oh, he dropped the Knight. The true Sir blocked me. Feels bad, man. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go drop an Ice Wizard. The Ice Wizard will end up killing the princess. We're going to go cycle a Baby Dragon. And we know that this man is cycling back to a Goblin Barrel as soon as possible. That was his maneuver. That's what he was aiming to do. We're going to go in for a Graveyard, and we're going to punish him for that. We're actually going to eat all that damage, and I'd much rather just take his tower because he got too hyper-aggressive right there. I don't know what he has to do with to deal with that. And in the end, even though we ate the Goblin Barrel damage, he was way too aggressive, he was too low on Elixir, and he wasn't able to adequately defend his tower from that graveyard. So we're in a really good situation based off of that. Notice where I dropped my tornado placement right there? I didn't take any damage with that tornado placement. It's a very interesting thing, and if you're running this deck, you got to have your tornado placements on point if you're going to be able to beat Log Bait. So we're going to go in for another Graveyard, we're going to go in for another Poison because he's going to go drop Goblin Gang soon. He had it in cycle, he elected not to do so, and I mean, honestly, we got this game in the bag. There is no way that this man wins. We're going to be saucing out a Bowler. He's going to be dropping the Princess. Predictions, Kappa. We're going to be saucing out the NATO, denying all damage yet again. That is what we are about in life. We're going to be dropping an Ice Wizard at the bridge, evading the log masterfully, and then we're going to go in for a Graveyard Poison as soon as we hit 9 Elixir. And that should take the game, guys. He's going to go sauce out an Inferno Tower, but the Inferno Tower is going to be a little bit too late. And it's not going to matter because the Inferno Tower really doesn't do too well against skeletons, and it's not even hitting the skeletons. Saucing out the good game, and let's move on to the next one, guys. Alright, guys, we got a game against Xerox from Ad Vietnam. We're going to be saucing out a good luck, and we're going to get ready to actually drop our Goblin Hut in the middle of the map. What is this man going to do? Alright, Goblin Hut it is. He didn't drop anything. He's got to now respond to those goblins. We're going to be dropping an Ice Wizard because we don't want to get those minions immediately on top of our Spear Goblin Hut. We protect our Spear Goblins out here. We protect our Steves. We appreciate them. So Steve and that Ice Wizard, they're going to go start to work on top of that Ice Golem. It's looking like this guy is probably running like a Hog Rider deck, or I don't really know. It's kind of odd. Regardless, guys, that Bandit did not end up dashing a second time, so that's a really feels good man moment. If you guys did not notice the change to the Bandit, it does not dash from the regular distance that it used to. The nerf is quite big, actually. Bowler's not going to do too well on that side, so we're going to go in for a Graveyard in the left-hand lane since he did use his minions, which is one of his great counters to the Graveyard. So he's going to be dropping a Bandit. Obviously, when you only have Bandit in cycle, you're going to get spanked by a Graveyard. And the Baby Dragon almost got a burp, but he had to overspend, and he actually had to dedicate 3 Elixir with arrows. He also had to dedicate another 3 Elixir with Bandit. So I did a +1 trade right there, and I got 500 damage. So taking that into consideration, when you ever do a positive trade on offense, you know you're doing a really good trade. We're going to go NATO that miner directly to our King Tower. Hopefully we can activate it, and we do. Killing the game at the moment, guys. This game could have not started off any stronger for us. So he's going to pump up, actually, and unfortunately, yeah, we do actually have one negative thing in this game for us. But honestly, he gave us some value. He dropped the Ice Golem into the Poison, and that's going to be a really good trade for us, actually, in the end of it. Ice Golem gets evaporated a little bit earlier, allowing my Spear Goblins to get set foot on the tower, start to work on it. And he's going to be dropping the 3 so it's going to be interesting to see how this deck operates against 3 Musketeers. We're going to be dropping the Bowler in the back in the lane of the 2 Musketeers. We're going to be ready to drop the... He's also got Scale Horde. That's another thing that he does have. We're going to be dropping the Inferno Dragon in the lane of the 1. We're going to be dropping Goblin Hut as well. And we're going to get ready and poised to defend. We're going to be dropping Baby Dragon on defense. And I think this defense is going to be rather clean right now. What does he have to do to deal with this? Double Dragon Domination is approaching on the left-hand side. He's going to be pumping up. He actually thinks he can defend this. This guy is a madman. Bowler is coming in the right-hand lane. It's going to get he doesn't really care too much about it, but left-hand lane is the true story, guys. What does he have to do to defend against this Inferno Dragon? It is coming in. It is on the tower. It is charging up, and that is tower, guys. That is the power of the Inferno Dragon. When it ramps up, it is pretty vicious, gotta say. We're going to be NATOing right now, NATOing everything to the middle, and hopefully we got this game in the bag. We're going to be dropping a Baby Dragon as well. We're going to be dropping an Ice Wizard. Oh my gosh, that Bandit is coming through. It was rather scary at first. Oh my gosh, it's 2 seconds left. 1 second. Alright, so that was actually kind of a close game at the end. Alright guys, so we got a game against Berto from Element Gaming. We're going to be saucing out the Goblin Hut in the middle of the map as our opening maneuver. Let's see what he reciprocates with. He's going to be saucing out a knight in the back. So seeing a knight makes me think that he's going to be running a control deck. After seeing the archers, could very well be graveyard. It actually ends up being a mortar. So I wasn't too far off that it was a control deck. It is a mortar deck. It's going to be interesting to see if he has a hog rider or a miner with it. Usually it's coupled with a hog rider or miner. Baby dragon actually, and then we're going to go in with the graveyard. Because he dropped a defensive mortar, I feel like that I can actually play a little bit more aggressive. Because he's not going to have a win condition pressuring me for any time soon. And he's going to be dropping archers. Baby dragon's belching on the tower. He's just going to sustain massive damage right there. We're going to go drop our bowler. The bowler is going to line everything up. It's going to hit the archer. It's going to hit the knight. It's going to hit the ice spirit as well, hopefully. No, it doesn't hit the ice spirit. I jinxed myself right there. But the mortar is glitched. If you guys did not know how to glitch the mortar, you drop a ranged unit right in front of the mortar and the mortar glitches out. It's only ranged units. I don't know what messes up the mortar targeting, but it's pretty hysterical when it happens. I know it's pretty hysterical when it happens to the other person, probably not very hysterical when you're the mortar user and then that happens to you. So the spear goblins are accumulating. Steve the spear goblin putting in the work, saucing in the spears. He's going to be rocketing the spear goblin hut. Not a good play, bro. I'm sorry to say. We're dropping the ice wizard. We're going to be poised and ready to go drop another baby dragon. And we're going to commence another push. Honestly, I hate doing this, but because he messed up, I'm actually able to do it. If you're up a lot of elixir, you want to pressure them before double elixir. But if we were even elixir, I wouldn't be doing these plays as often. In GCs, it's very important to capitalize and make games go by a little bit faster if you're able to. But if you guys just want to play completely and utterly safe, use the rule of thumb. Do not sauce out a graveyard. Do not drop a graveyard at all until you're at double elixir. It's really not worth it for most people. We're going to be dropping a NATO again. And actually, we did not glitch out the mortar that time, so that was unfortunate. He's going to be rocketing the bowler as well, but I mean, does that really matter though? Alright, we got a game against this guy that I'm not going to say his name out loud. I'm not going to empower it. I can't say it out loud. It's against my religion. So, yeah, so we're just going to chill. He's going to fireball a, yeah, I don't understand that maneuver. That was a horrible play by him. He fireballed the tower and the goblin hut. He also dropped hog rider and bats. Overall, that's a 11 elixir commitment by him. He didn't get too much out of it. He just got fireball hitting the tower, and that's about it. So we're up a lot of elixir. He doesn't have bats in the cycle. We're going to go in for a graveyard, and we're going to spank him for that. What does he got? He might actually get back to bats. We're going to go NATO that to the tower. Hopefully the baby dragon can burp on the tower. And that's going to be a lot of damage for the skeletons that are actually going to get on the tower. Do so much damage, and he's a sad, sad panda. I'm sorry, dude. Never gonna say this guy's name. I'm sorry, guys. It's not gonna happen. You're gonna drop the bowler in combination with the ice wizard. He's gonna go in for a fireball, and he actually hits everything. So well played out of him. But in the end, guys, he only got one hog rider hit, and he went and dedicated a fireball, prediction fireball, getting the best possible value, and he still didn't get much out of it. If you guys have not figured it out already, this is a very difficult matchup for him. This deck utterly decimates Hog Rider. There's honestly no hope for him. I'm sad. I'm a sad panda for this man. Guess that could be misconstrued as BM, but I don't know. So he's going to be dropping Ice Spirit. He's dropping Skeletons. He's actually going to be cycling back to another Hog Rider. Well, if you do end up breaking through, dude, I have a tornado for you. So, yeah, that would be your present if you broke through. We're going to be dropping a graveyard. He's going to be going in for a knight. He also has, yeah, he's bats back in cycle. We're going to be NATOing them as per usual. Using NATO on offense with Baby Dragon, allowing everything to clump up around his tower. Makes him very pissed off, and rightfully so. His tower just is in shambles. It's down for the count. We're saucing out the good game. We're going to be saucing out the Ice Wizard and the Bowler. Notice how the Ice Wizard and the Bowler, they're body blocking, so the Hog Rider is not even going to get a single hit on the tower. So this guy is so pissed off right now, and it's a feels good man moment. We're going to be saucing out the Spear Goblin Hut. The Spear Goblin Hut is just going to make sure that he never gets through. We're actually going to be saucing out the Graveyard in the middle to assert some dominance. And yeah, this game's over. Honestly, there's nothing he can do. We're dropping the Bowler. We're going to be dropping Baby Dragon and Ice Wizard. And we're just stacking a whole bunch of units up in the right-hand lane because he eventually has to push a Hog Rider through there if he wants to take the tower. Unless he's actually just trying to cycle spells. 12 seconds left, even with his absurdly fast cycle, it's not even possible. We're dropping this fight up a little bit more just simply because we don't want to allow him to... We didn't want our Bowler to push it out of range. Notice how my bowler pushed the Hog Rider back. Alright guys, we're at a game against Will Dynamite from Nova, Brazil. We're going to be saucing out a good luck, and hopefully he doesn't explode on us, because he seems like a dangerous person. We're going to be dropping the Goblin Hut in the middle. He's going to be saucing out the WoW, so I guess he's exploding with a WoW factor. I don't really know. He's kind of a savage. And it's probably going to be a log bait deck for sure. It's looking like log bait. Nope, it's not. I was just utterly wrong right there. We're going to be dropping Ice Wizard, then we're going to be dropping the Inferno Dragon. Ice Wizard should have been in range for the Mega Minion to walk, so I messed that up. But regardless, I'm not too disappointed I started the game. We're going to be dropping a Bowler. Bowler is balling out here. Now the Mega Minion is actually, or the Mega Knight is going to be walking towards us. We're going to be dropping a Baby Dragon. Okay, never mind. The Bowler actually ended up cleaning up the Princess. I was not expecting that to happen, so I just wasted 4 elixir right there. And he's just going to eat it like a snack. Alright. That's kind of unfortunate for us. I don't really want to poison that because then I would be down too much elixir. I'm in quite a predicament at the moment. Can I end up dropping a Goblin Hut? I guess I will. Steve the Spear Goblin starting to work on the Princess. I guess I timed that really well as well. So the Spear Goblins did not end up dying to the Princess shot. So that was kind of impressive. I didn't think that was going to happen the way I wanted it to happen. And we're going to be dropping the Ice Wizard right now, and we're going to get ready and poised to drop an Inferno Dragon. Hopefully the Inferno Dragon ends up cleaning up the Mega Knight right here. And we're going to go NATO everything back, but we still want the Inferno Dragon to clean up the Mega Knight. I don't really know if that's going to happen, but that was our simple need or simple goal in life right here. We're going to be going in for the Baby Dragon. Baby Dragon is putting in the work. Oh, the Mega Knight was jumping on the tower, but it did not get to smash us. So it feels great, man. Baby Dragon burping on the tower. He is a true sir. What a hero. Cleaning up the Mega Knight, then belching on the tower to assert some dominance. We're going to be dropping the Goblin Hut in the middle as always. It's a great passive maneuver. We really haven't been able to get any successful graveyards off early on. So that's something that I'm going to be looking forward to having happen early, well, a little bit later on in the game. Especially after we counter push right here. Say we kill the Skill Horde, kill the Mega Knight, have some units to counter push with. That's what we're going to be looking forward to counter push with this Ice Wizard, Baby Dragon, and then he doesn't have Skill Horde in cycle, so we don't really have to poison probably. And he's going to be dropping a Miner, he's going to be dropping Bats. We will end up poisoning the Bats just to assert some dominance and take the tower for sure. We're going to get ready because we know that this dude's going to drop a Mega Knight on offense. That is 100% this guy's maneuver. 16 seconds left on the map. We're going to be dropping the Bowler, we're going to be NATOing, and there's nothing that he can do. The Mega Knight's going to go walk up to my Bowler. The Baby Dragon is going to be dropped on top of the Miner, and this game is as good as ours, guys. We're going to go drop a Goblin Hut just in case he ends up cleaning up the Bowler, and he didn't. We took the game. Quite the explosion of wows at the start, and it feels good to beat Will Dynamite. Not only is this graveyard deck really fun to use, it's actually really strong. We didn't lose a single game with it today. And that's actually going to end today's video. As always, let me know down below in the comment section what you guys want to see for the next video. Thanks for chilling with me, and I can't wait to see you guys next time. Peace out.